Good evening, Rotorua. Tonight on City News. Thousands of locals take advantage of information at the Rotorua Careers Expo. A special guided tour is on at Whakarewarewa as part of Sign Language Week. And we have the chance for a viewer to enter the draw to win a ride in a Targa stage this weekend. Thousands of locals spent time this week at the Rotorua Careers Expo. The free two-day event, which ended yesterday, not only offers advice to people searching for a career, but also those looking to get back into the workforce or changing career paths. Reporter Alan Solomon caught up with some of the people at the Careers Expo yesterday.
Any stalls in there that inspire you to any particular career?
The sports one's pretty good, the jerseys, and they have heaps of goals and I don't know, it's good.
How about you, Ollie? Anything in there that inspires you?
Just the sports one, and I went to see the police academy one as well. That's a career I'm looking at. The e-hosting, I learned heaps from that and it really has interested me. And the Te Pere Wānganau Aotearoa, the Bachelor of Art, or the Bachelor of Teaching, Education, I'm really interested in that. It's cool.
How about you?
The hairdressing's really inspired me.
They're just behind us, aren't they?
Well, we're really talking about adventure tourism, looking at tourism as a career pathway. Both Cam and I have studied travel and tourism in different sort of levels. So Cam's done adventure tourism. I did travel and tourism level 3 and 4 in the Diploma of Tourism Management. So, want to let people know that it's a fun sort of job opportunity, and Rotorua's got great options.
And what's Creation Fest doing down here at the Expo?
Well, for the last 10 years, Rotorua had an event called Wearable Creations, which was a wearable arts competition. It had a hiatus last year, and we wanted to bring it back and make it even bigger with the addition of a nationwide short film competition. So the competition has a really strong youth focus. So we're down here to meet with high school students, encourage them to get involved with the wearable arts, as you can see here, or indeed making a short film for our competition, because we've got amazing prizes. It's not only open to the youth, of course, but that's why we're here, to get them involved.
This week is Sign Language Week, and events are organised throughout the country promoting awareness and celebrating sign as an official language. On Sunday, a special tour of Whakarewarewa village will take place, which includes signing translation of the guided stories. Marketing Manager Jarvis Davis says the village is happy to support the kaupapa of the event. For more information, contact Whakarewarewa Village. In sport tonight, in local Baywide Premier Rugby, Whakarewarewa are away tomorrow playing Mount Maunganui at Blake Park, and Rotowiti are at home at Emery Park up against Te Puna. Off-road racing fans still have a chance to win a ride with Racing Ray Williams through the iconic Manawahe stage in Rotorua on Sunday. To enter to win the ride at this weekend's Targa North Island event, just like our Facebook page and find our post about the competition, like the Targa New Zealand Facebook page and comment that you saw the story on TV Rotorua. The draw will be made tomorrow at 6 p.m. The winner will be notified via Facebook and needs to be at the Rotorua Village Green on Sunday by 11:30 in preparation for the amazing afternoon. And Rotorua Boys High First 15 play their second game in the Chiefs Cup. They're away at Cambridge Boys High tomorrow, playing for their second win.
And we had a good win, 31-10 over them, so good start to our campaign. It's definitely what we needed after the couple of losses we had through some training games in the holidays, but a real boost to the boys, and we're looking forward to our next game in Cambridge this weekend.
We talk with assistant coach Craig Hodge later in the show about the team's start in the Chiefs Cup competition. Now to your weather. Tonight looks fine with southerly winds and an overnight low of 1. We have a full forecast of the weekend's weather coming up thanks to Met Service straight after City News. And for program listings or to watch City News again, visit our website tvrotorua.co.nz, and remember to check out our updates on Facebook. Still to come tonight, we talk with Craig Hodge, First 15 assistant coach at Boys High, about the team's start in the Chiefs Cup competition. We preview the weekend's Targa event with race director Peter Martin, and we cover the announcement last weekend by Mana Party leader Hone Harawira that Annette Sykes will stand for the party in the Waiariki electorate.
Kia ora everybody, it's a brisk morning here at Rotorua Boys High, and we all know that the college is well renowned for their rugby. I'm joined now by the assistant coach of the First 15, Craig Hodge. G'day.
Morning, how are you?
I'm good, thanks, Craig. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you.
So, how are the boys going this year?
Yeah, we had a really good start to the season. Played a few games during the holidays, which helped us build to this Chiefs Cup competition that we've just started. And got off to a really good start on Saturday, so looking forward to the rest of the competition.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exciting. Tell me about the Chiefs Cup.
The Chiefs Cup, that's made up of teams throughout the Chiefs region. It's 2 pools of 4, and the winner of each pool will play each other in the final and so on, 3rd, 4th down the ladder.
Cool, so it's only just started.
Just started in the weekend, and we played Rotorua College, who were last year top 4 co-ed finalists, so semi-finalists. And we had a good win, 31-10 over them, so good start to our campaign.
Yeah, and that, that psychological edge that a good win gives you like that at the start of the season, do you think it's going to make a good trajectory, set you on a good trajectory?
Yeah, it's definitely what we needed after the couple of losses we had through some training games in the holidays, but a real boost to the boys, and we're looking forward to our next game in Cambridge this weekend.
Nice.
Yeah.
So tell me about some of the boys in your team. Have you got any standout players?
Yeah, we have. We've got some new boys to the school who have just slotted in really well. It's like they've been here all their life, so that's really good. Young Kane Lewis, he's a standout for us. He plays second 5, and he's in amongst that Chiefs program already. So, yeah, and then we've got a couple of boys that came from Wellington who, again, have slotted right in, and yeah, they're proving to be a real asset to us, so
nice.
It's good.
So when you say they came from Wellington, they've come up, they live in Wellington, they're in the hostel, are they?
Yeah, that's right. Our hostel, we house about 100 boys, and we try and squeeze a few extra rugby players in there.
Yeah.
Pretty tough to get, though.
Rugby's they are tough to get because everyone wants them, don't they?
Yeah,
you've got to offer some good stuff at a college to get them to come. So at Rotorua Boys High, it has a history of very successful rugby and producing some really great rugby players. Can you just let some of our audience know, if they don't know, some of the people that have come out of the school? Yeah,
well, I guess the more recent ones, we're talking Liam Messon, we all know him. Mike Delaney and Tom Donnelly, so they're probably the ones most people will know.
Yeah, and it's not just a game though, is it, for the boys? It's a lot more than that. It's camaraderie. It's and I hear that they've got to be producing results in the classroom as well.
Yeah, that's right. The head coach and myself, we're really tough this year on boys, not just on the paddock doing a good job, but in the classroom, and it's not perfect yet, but we're certainly making big improvements. Yeah.
Nice.
So attendance, academics, everything. Yeah. Just really make them better players and better people across the school.
Well, more intelligent players and players that are on the ball up here are better on the ball on the field, aren't they?
It does seem to be that way. Yeah, it does translate. What you do in the classroom also helps on the field, and vice versa sometimes. So, a smart person can often be a better rugby player. Yeah. But
nice.
Not always.
Not always. No. Sometimes it's just a skill.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It's just a skill.
It does help, because rugby does get a bit more technical these days, and it helps if the boys are good learners. So,
Okay, so tell me a little bit about the rest of your season that you've got coming up.
Yeah, we've got about 3 more games left in the Chiefs Cup, hopefully if we make the final there. And then the Chiefs Cup's just a real stepping stone for our big competition, which is the Super 8 competition, made up of 8 boys' schools from around the North Island. Really tough competition, one of the bigger secondary school competitions in the country. So, we'll really measure ourselves on our results from that competition. Yeah.
And how did you guys go last year with that?
Not the best of seasons last year. Yeah.
Have you got the same team this year?
No, we've got a lot of changes, and we've got a good mix of young and old. So the experienced players and the young guys are fitting in real well. So. Yeah, I think we've got a good mix there, and we can really improve on last year. Yeah.
Nice. Good family support?
Yeah, we do. As you said before, a lot of our boys are hostel boys, but it doesn't stop their families coming from out of town to come and watch their son play each week. So, yeah, real good, positive supporters too, which really helps. Yeah,
absolutely. Don't want those ones ripping apart everyone on the side. The old expert rugby players on the side of the side of the pitch.
As soon as you ask them to coach, they won't show up.
Yeah. Okay, so the side of the pitch, the side of the field. So, can you just tell me finally, when will people in Rotorua be able to maybe see the boys in action on these fields next?
Okay, so we're away to Cambridge this weekend, and then we've got a really tough game against the national champions, Hamilton Boys High. That's in 2 weeks' time.
And it's going to be here?
Yep, that'll be here.
Nice.
And then from there, those depending on results, depends on where our following game will be.
Okay, so you heard it here, everybody. 2 weeks' time. Get here and support our boys. Awesome stuff.
That'll be awesome.
Thank you, Craig. We appreciate that very much.
No worries, thank you.
Kia ora.
Well, this year is the 20th anniversary of the Targa Rally, and to celebrate their birthday, they've made some major changes. And with me today is race director Peter Martin. Thanks for joining us today, Peter. Now, Targa.
You're welcome.
And it's been a year.
Yeah, I know. It's good to be back.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Now, like I said in the intro, it's been 20 years.
Yes.
20th anniversary, and you've made some major changes. So, what's been going on?
Well, there's been a lot going on, you know, right across the country. This year, the first year of Targa going to the South Island. So we're doing our major event, which is normally in October, down in the South Island. Not everyone can afford to get down there, so in honour of the loyal support from the North Islanders, we've made the Targa Rotorua, the iconic event, into a little bit longer, made it a 3-day event. And that means encompassing a bit more of some northern regions. So we're starting in Auckland, travel down to the coast to Whitianga, and then back into Rotorua for the whole weekend. So yeah, a little bit of a change, but certainly retaining the benefit of coming to Rotorua.
Yeah, and it's this weekend, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah, absolutely. So we'll get in here on Saturday afternoon, and in fact, we're going to come in under this wonderful facility the council have put together with the local residents and businesses. So for the first time, yeah, the cars will be flowing down through here, which will be a great sight to see, and we're very much encouraging all the locals to come along and get part of it.
Well, speaking of locals, is there many locals entered this year?
Not this year. We've normally got sort of 5 or 6 locals, but through various different reasons, we've only really got the one iconic Mr. Mike Lowe and his Fiat Abarth 1000 Corsair, 1964 vehicle. It's the only one left racing in the world. Very wealthy car, very expensive car, and very rare. And in fact, it's his vision this year to retire it after the end of this year, so it'll go in a museum for the rest of his life.
Now, like you said, we're here on East Street, and this is going to be the start, isn't it? Right
Yeah,
here.
absolutely. Yeah. So we actually will arrive in here on the Saturday night, late afternoon, so at 3 o'clock. The cars will start flowing through East Street. So come on down, grab something to eat, and sit around and watch. The cars will flow through, go back into the village green as per normal, where they'll be doing their servicing and depart for May. And then on Sunday morning, they'll flow back through here on departure. And then Sunday afternoon they'll come back in here for the grand finale. So big arches and lots of celebrations then. So Sunday night's going to be big. Saturday night will be just as big because it's Rotorua, you know.
Of course. How long is the Rotorua stage, Peter?
Okay, so this particular event is 500 kilometres of special stage and 800 kilometres of touring. So very compact. Just to give you an indication, other events of similar stature of this around the world do that over 8 days. We're doing it in 3. So, and that's because the rural community is right behind us. The roads are fantastic. Hospitality's awesome. People love coming here, and it's a good place to sort of let your hair down and really enjoy the locals.
Yeah. Now let's have a look at this. You've got a Beamer parked here, and on the top here it's got Targa Tour. What's the difference between this and the typical rally car that you have?
Okay, so over the years, obviously, rally cars that people are familiar with, roll cages, helmets, race seats, all the bits and pieces. We've got a very unique segment of Targa, which is called the Targa Tour. So it is for everyday cars like this, although this is a very nice everyday car.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind this in my garage.
Yeah. Well, hey, let's talk about it afterwards, eh? You might have to come and use it in the event. So it's just a road-registered warrant of fitness car. It gets to drive all the stages that the rally cars do. They're in a convoy, so any mum and dad who've got a road-registered warrant of fitness car who are like the concept of what Targa's about, give us a call, go to the website www.targa.co.nz. All the information's on there, so they can come along and experience what the Targa rally's like without the full-on competition. So great place to get started, good way to get introduced into motorsport, and very affordable.
That's brilliant, Peter. When did you introduce this idea? Is this relatively new?
Yeah, it is. It's sort of been a part of our event for about 10 years. So, you know, the event's 20 years old, but more recently in the last couple of years, it's really started to become an entity within its own, because it is something that the average person can get into without going through all of the steps of the traditional motorsport activities. So it's a great stepping stone, and well enjoyed by everyone who does it.
Yeah. Now, Saturday morning, what time should people be down here to witness the start of the race?
Well, Saturday morning we'll be coming into Rotorua, so it's more after lunch. So I reckon each street in here about 2 o'clock is the right time. So get the kids' sports out of the way in the morning, come on down in the afternoon, and then all day Sunday, of course, we're going to be backwards and forwards in and out of Rotorua Village Green.
Yeah.
So
how many races you got this year, Peter?
Competitors, including the tour. So the tour group's about 20-25 cars, and then we've got around 80 competitors. So just over 100 cars in total.
Wow,
yeah, so
awesome.
It is good.
It's going to light up our city, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It'll look great with all the cars set up through here too.
Yeah, any Holdens?
Lots of Holdens, lots of Fords too, so we've got to have that rivalry going, you know. Lots of big thumping V8s. I suppose for the Ford fans out there, Paul Collins is coming in a Mustang Laguna Seca, brand spanking new, just got it in out of America. For the Holden fans, of course, we've got the traditional Monaros, and then the old Tiranas and the classic cars. So a lot of the big V8s, Chevy-powered V8 Tiranas, there's a couple of those in the event. So they're always good to listen to.
All right, well, I'm coming down, and I hope you guys are too, because it's going to be an awesome day.
Yeah,
so, Peter,
absolutely.
appreciate your time, and we'll see you on Saturday afternoon.
Sounds good.
Cheers.
Look forward to it. Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Awesome.
The local lawyer and Mana Party president Annette Sykes announced she would stand for the Waiariki seat at the weekend's Kapahaka competition. She ran for the same seat in 2011 election but lost to Māori Party co-leader Te Ururoa Flavel by 1,883 votes. Mana Party leader Hone Harawira says he's looking forward to Ms Sykes joining him in Parliament.
Kia ora mai no rā tātou katoa. Tēnā tātou I tēnei rā whakahirihira, tēnā tātou I tēnei rā kapahaka, tēnā tātou I tēnei rā Māori, tēnā tātou I haere mai, haere tāwhiti mai te wakarangatira I tēnei kaupapa o tō tātou a Māori, tēnā koutou hirauna, kia ora tātou. Whamai au I tēnei rā, ko tahi ana ki te kaupapa, te mātakitaki kapahaka, ana kāpā, nau kāpā. Engari, tērā tētahi hoku tino hihia, kia haere mai kia mātakitaki, kia tautoko ngia I te kaupapa o te rānei. Tū atu, kia tautoko I te tū o taku tuahine a Enet, hei reo o te Waiariki, hei tuahine mōku mo te pare mata, hei kōtiro anō hoki mo te arawa I roto I te pare mire. Koreira, me mehi atu ki ai e pakai ana, kia tū ki taku matu anō ki e noho nei kia waka mana I tā mātou noho I tēnei rā, kia waka mana anō ki te kaupapa o te rānei. Koreira, tēnā koutou, kia ora tātou katoa. First of all, apologies from .com. He really wanted to come. He had some ideas that he wanted to talk to the media about how he thinks he could help Annette and still thinks he can help Annette. But there's a family matter that he has to deal with up home, so he's unable to be with us today. He also wanted to come and see the kapahaka. He actually wanted to go to the Taitokera one, but we were busy. That was the day of our AGM, so we were all stuck down here. Well, that was odd, so he said he wouldn't mind coming to the other kapahaka festival. So, yeah, unfortunate that he can't be here, but importantly, we're here today to celebrate with our sister Annette and to announce her as our candidate for Te Rōpū Mana, for the Mana movement, for here in Waiariki. I'm particularly proud that Annette has agreed to stand. She never really got much of a shot last time because we were rushing around trying to save the whole of the world all at once, and we never gave enough time or energy or profile to Annette at the last election. So I'm glad that we're able to do this with as much advance warning as possible. Tēnā koe hoa. Tū ki te taha nei, hei tautoko I tēnei o ngā kaupapa o te tātou a Māori. Anore, tēnā koutou, kia ora tātou katoa.
Well, we just had an interesting day. I've announced that I'm formally going to put my name forward, and I was really pleased to hear that Hone and the executive have agreed to my name going ahead, and so for our formal campaign will be launched in the next couple of weeks, and hopefully at that point any discussions with the Internet Party will have been concluded and our relationship with them or not will be known. Can I just say this to all of you, that Mana will be the first Parliament representative party which is based on kaupapa Māori values that will ensure that constitutional mechanisms are introduced so that those that fight for mana Māori motuhake outside Parliament can see that not subsumed within the reality of kāwanatanga. And one of the things that I hope that resonates with people is we have to work together as a Māori cabinet. And the Labour Party and the Green Party Māori members, I challenge you to support us on that policy. Forget about our parties when it comes to fundamental issues about Māori well-being. Let us strategise together and set our own kaupapa frameworks so that we have our own policy dynamic that is not necessarily driven by a commitment to Pākehā politics and kāwanatanga, but is commitment by us as mokopuna of those outside Parliament striving for our independence as the Māori nation.
That was Annette Sykes speaking live on Te Arawa FM at last weekend's Te Arawa Kapahaka regional competition, where she's announced her intention to stand for the Wairiki seat in September's election. Thanks for watching City News. Ko Maria.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.